Good morning, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I am Victor Carino. I will be your trainer today. Our topic today is about testing the continuity of a three-phase circuit breaker. Our performance objective today is given flip chart, manual, three-phase circuit breaker, and a multi-tester. You will be able to test the continuity of a three-phase circuit breaker as per Electrician Handbook, Chapter 4, page 1 to 5. The benefit. What is the benefit of testing the continuity of a circuit breaker? If in case you have a problem at home or at your work with a circuit breaker, you can do the troubleshooting by yourself. And at the same time, you will have a new idea about a circuit breaker. Yesterday we have tested fuses, and today we are going to test the continuity of a circuit breaker. And tomorrow we will be doing the wirings. This demonstration has 3 stages, or the job training method, which is having 3 stages. The first stage is I will tell, I will do. You will tell on the second stage, and I will do. On the third stage, you will tell and you will do. During the demonstration, I'm going to ask some questions just to review and measure your understanding. For some safety precautions, when you are doing this activity, first make sure you switch off the main breaker, which is supplying the secondary breaker, to ensure that there is no voltage or current which might electrocute you. And the second precaution is wear your PPE to make sure that everything is safe. And guys, Mr. Saleh, Mr. Rajivan, Mr. Vicente, and all of you, does any of you have experience in testing the continuity of a circuit breaker?
Yes.
Oh, thank you guys. It will be a very good help during our demonstration. Does anybody have a question?
No.
Since you don't have any question, are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So let us start. The first stage is I will tell, I will do. So these are the materials. The first step is set the multitester to the sound continuity or to the continuity mode. I'm going to choose the sound mode, which is when you do the testing, there will be a sound when there is continuity, which is will be telling you that the continuity is okay. So set it. Now it is already set. Then the second stage is switch off the main breaker to de-energize the secondary or the sub breaker. Then the third step is check the multi-tester if it is okay or not. Make sure a sound will be produced when you short the leads. So I'm going to short the leads. Mr. Wilhelm, did you hear a sound?
Yes.
So, Mr. Mike, what's the meaning? If you hear a sound,
That means the instrument is
working properly.
working properly.
Okay, so we can use it. Step number 4, start testing the secondary breaker or the sub breaker. So I'm going to test now, which is on the step 3. So touch the leads of the multi-tester to the line number 1 of the circuit breaker. So line number 1 is working. So if there is no sound that comes to the multi-tester, meaning there's a problem in the continuity. So the continuity in line 1, since it has a sound, it has a continuity, and it is okay. Now go to step number 5. Touch again the lead of the multi-tester to line number 2 of the circuit breaker. Did it make a sound, Mr. Rajivan?
Yes.
So if there's a sound, meaning the line is,
I will close it. Continuity is.
there is continuity.
Yes.
The breaker line is okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to step number 6. Step number 6 is, I will touch again line number 3, and there is sound. Meaning, step number 6 is already finished, and there is a sound. The line continuity is okay. The breaker is not faulty. So since we have done step number 6, we're going to step number 7. Since this breaker is no fault and it is okay, we can install back to the funnel board or to its original installation. Now the first stage is finished. I'm going to do the second stage, which is I will tell. Oh, sorry. You will tell, I will do. So just receive this one. Please. So, Mr. Abdul Rahman, what is the first step?
Set the multimeter to sound continuity mode.
So I have set it.
Yeah.
Mr. Sali, what is the second step?
Switch off the main breaker to ensure there is no power.
Switch off the main breaker. Mr. Wilhelm, what is the third step?
Check the multi-tester sound continuity, short the test lead, and
Okay.
hear the sound of continuity.
So step number 3 is done. Mr. Vicente, what's the next step?
So step number 4, start testing line 1. Touch the lead, okay. Touch the leads of the multi-tester to line 1 terminals and
Okay.
observe the sound. If there
Okay.
is sound in line 1 is okay.
Oh, so it's done. Mr. Mike, give me the next step.
Step number 5, touch the leads of the multi-tester to line 2 terminal.
So it's done. Mr. Mukesh, the next step.
Step number 6. Touch the lead of the multimeter to line number 3 terminal
Okay.
and observe.
So there's a sound.
Yeah, sound here.
Okay. Then the last step is, Mr. Rajivan, can you
Yes.
tell
If
me?
If you find the breaker as a faulty one, replace it with a new one
Okay.
and
But-
install it back if no fault.
So there is no fault. We have to return it back. Now
9 minutes.
we have to go to the third stage, which is, I will call you guys. You will tell and you will do. Okay. Mr. Wilhelm, Mr. Mike, Mr. Rajivan, and Mr. Vicente. Okay, Mr. Vicente. Go.
So step 1, set the multi-tester to sound continuity mode.
Okay.
Now, now it is now set to sound continuity mode. And step 2, switch off the main breaker to ensure no power.
Okay. Mr. Wilhelm, can you do the next step?
Step 3, check the multi-tester sound continuity, short the test length. It's okay?
Well
And
done. Okay.
step number 4, start testing the line 1, touch the leads.
Okay. Do it, Mr. Wilhelm. Line 1. It's okay. It's okay. Very good, Mr. Wilhelm. Well done. Mr. Mike, can you do the next step? And tell it.
Step number 5. Touch the leads of the multi-tester to line 2 terminal.
Okay.
Line 2 terminal.
Line 2 terminal.
Over here. Okay, there. I hear the sound.
So what's the meaning, Mr. Mike, if you hear the sound? There is?
There is a continuity of the circuit breaker.
Very good, Mr. Mike. Mr. Rajivan, can you do the last 3 steps? Last 2 steps?
Test the lead to the multi-tester line 3 terminal observation.
So
There is a
guys,
sound
did you hear the
breaker.
sound?
Yes.
And there is a sound line 3 terminal as a candidate, it's okay. If there is no sound, line 3 is faulty.
Okay. Since the breaker, Mr. Rajivan, is working, so what's the next step? You can return it back, right?
And if it is good, we can return it back as it is.
Okay. So, just one question, Guy, another question. Why do you have to remove the main power supply when testing? So, meaning, before you test this one, you have removed the power here. What is the reason? What is the best reason?
For safety.
This is alive.
Okay, for safety, to ensure that that the line is de-energized.
Very good. So that you will not get it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. Well done. So, thank you gentlemen. And the class is okay. Well done. Okay.
Can you judge, is it well done?